All right, so today I'm going to give my pre-All-22 film grade of Jalen Hurts. I'm going to be as honest as I can. I'm going to be a little bit critical, and it's not because I don't like Jalen Hurts. It's because I think we need to be critical. This is a very big year for him as far as his development goes. So I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be critical, and I hope that you guys understand. But let's get into it, man.
You want Philly food?
Yeah, let's do it.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So like I said, today we're going to talk about Jalen Hurts a little bit, man. We're going to talk about what grade I would give him in that Detroit Lions game. He had a very good game. You know, there were some ups and downs. There's a lot of film to review. So before I do review the film, I'm going to give my, just off the top, just what I saw. I did rewatch the game a couple times. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts on what I liked, what I didn't like, and give you an overall grade. Now, before we do get into that, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. We are on the road to 4K. We would love for you guys to join that ride. Now, before I actually start telling you everything, I'm going to say this because, you know, obviously I have to be on Twitter because of the show. I just feel like Twitter helps YouTube a lot, so I'm on Twitter. Never really liked Twitter prior to YouTube, if I'm being 100% honest, but I am on Twitter, right? And a lot of times I like to put up my thoughts prior to actually making a video about it. And I did put up my grade of Jalen Hurts, you know what I'm saying? And I did say what I liked and what I didn't like, what I thought needed to become, you know, need to get better, what he needed to improve upon. And I got a lot of people just upset. And I'm honestly kind of confused. I don't understand where this sensitivity with our quarterback has come from. There has never been a time in my life as an Eagles fan where you can't say anything about your quarterback. I mean, obviously Carson Wentz had a sector of people that thought he could do no wrong. All right, so there was obviously a sector of people that thought Carson Wentz could do no wrong. There's still a sector of people in Philadelphia Eagles fan base that think that Carson Wentz was unfairly ousted out of Philadelphia, and I get that. There's people that had arguments over Donovan McNabb, but it was never to the point where everyone just continuously calls you a hater if you don't agree with them 100%. And I just don't understand that. We have to be realistic about our quarterback. We have to have these conversations because at the end of the day, that our organization is going to have these conversations. And I can already read the comment now. Joe, you make no decisions when it comes to the front office. I understand. I'm a fan just like you. So we're just gonna talk about it. So let's get right into it, man. So Jalen Hurts had a good game. I'm going to say that off the rip. Jalen Hurts, especially in the first half, looked like he was under control. There were some passes that I would love to take back, you know, even from the first half. There were definitely some plays that I felt like he left out there. I've heard some people saying that, you know, he needs to stay in the pocket longer. I agree. And this is my pre-All-22 film. It looked like this offensive line was just getting beat damn near every play. I mean, I understand that they were sending some exotic blitzes. They were sending some crazy stuff in the way of blitzes. But to say that Jalen Hurts needs to stay in there, I don't know. You have legs. It's good that he utilizes them. There was actually one play that I felt like he could have ran right up the middle, and instead he ran down the sideline trying to keep his eyes up the field, and it did turn into, I believe, him throwing it away. It might have turned into a sack. But either way, you know, there were those plays where you could tell that he wanted to be a passer. He wanted to keep his eyes down the field. He wanted to get the ball down the field to his targets. But it just didn't feel like the offensive line was realistically helping him. So I'm not going to put that on him. I'm not going to sit here and say, I want to see you sit in the pocket. I want to see you take those hits. There was a shout out, I forget who it was that posted it, that he said that he saw somebody say that Jalen Hurts needs to take a coverage sack. I asked him, like, who said this? Because I honestly didn't believe it. I was like, there's no way that there's realistically somebody saying that. There is. Shout out to Nina. She showed it to me. I can't believe people would say that. That makes zero sense. I love that he wants to be a passer. It turned sometimes into a dead play where he could have just got 2 or 3 yards on the ground. But you can tell that there's a difference there. You can tell that there's a change there. Now, I'm going to start with the negative stuff because I want to get that out the way, and hopefully, you know, giving you some positives at the end, you don't feel so bad about what I say. But the negatives, realistically, look, Jalen Hurts, his throwing motion and his mechanics is what really scares me. That is what we've talked about all offseason. His mechanics, him being able to read the field, him being able to know where plays are going to go before they get there, right? I can't say too much about him knowing where the plays are going to go. I didn't see any, anticipation throws necessarily. I'm not saying that he can't do it, that he didn't improve. I just didn't really see it. You know what I'm saying? But I did see a lot of plays where his mechanics were just not there. When you have a blitz coming in like that, a main reason why they're going to blitz you like that so heavily is because realistically, they know you can't get the ball out quick enough. We have talked about Jalen Hurts and his throwing motion, his throwing mechanics a lot. His footwork has improved. I will give him that. You have to give him credit for that. His footwork has improved. But that throwing motion, it is just too long. It almost feels like it got worse. Last year, he wasn't bringing it as low to his hip. One play I want to bring up, I believe it was a screen pass that got blown up. And his throwing motion, when I'm telling you, it started up here, right? And he brought it all the way down to his hip just to throw it. And I don't like that. Do not like that. That's not something that you're going to get away with in the NFL, especially obviously when you're dealing with blitzes. Look, there were some plays that I would have loved for him to just tuck it and run, tuck it in, and, just kind of be that running quarterback that we know he can be. But I'm not mad that he wants to be a passer. So honestly, that's my only knock. That's really my only knock. But mechanics are a big knock. Mechanics are something that he has to work on. That throwing motion has to get quicker. We've seen it, before with a lot of quarterbacks. There's not many quarterbacks out there that have a slow throwing motion that are successful. Right? So he has to improve upon that. And honestly, outside of that, what else is there to complain about? There's really the team put up 31 points on offense. Jalen Hurts looked in control for most of the game. There was a very good balance between pass and run, excuse me. And I would have loved to see Devontae Smith get the ball. I would have loved to see other wide receivers get more involved in the passing game. But we also involved 7 different people in the passing game. 7 different people, including Devontae Smith, got targets. So it's not like he wasn't trying to find other people. It wasn't like he was trying to just hit A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown just had himself a day. So I'm not holding that against him either. My biggest plight is with his mechanics. I just need to see those mechanics improve, and I feel as though over the season they can. They definitely can, so I'm looking forward to that. Good, I said a lot of good, man. He had a great game. This is an improvement, especially from that Tampa Bay game. Obviously, being able to go out there and put up 31 points on offense is huge. Last year, we had a pretty good offensive day for our first game as well. This felt a little bit different. I'm going to give him a B-. Okay, I'm going to give him a B-, and I think that that's fair. When I watch the film, it'll probably jump up a little bit when I see where these wide receivers are and where I see kind of some of the plays that I thought he left on the field. When I have a little bit more of an answer for that, maybe it goes up a little bit. But I would say a B- just because I do feel like the mechanics are something that we really, really need to key in on. Again, like I said, I do feel like there was a little bit of meat left on the bone out there as far as him playing. But other than that, there's really not much you can be upset about. Jalen Hurts has taken a good step. Jalen Hurts has taken a step. It is one game. Mechanics and consistency are the things I'm going to harp on for most of this season. But Jalen, I'm proud of you. Jalen, I'm happy with you. This is what I wanted to see. So I'm going to give you a B-. I'm a tough grader. I'm the Russian judge. It is what it is. I'm a tough grader. But you guys let me know in the comments. I want to know everybody's grade. What grade do you give Jalen Hurts? What grade do you think he deserves for week 1? And what do you want to see improve? What did you like that you saw improve? Leave those in the comments. But other than that, y'all know what it is. Oh, no, actually, you don't know what it is. Tomorrow, we're going to have a space. I know you guys are Eagles fans, so you're going to hate this. Tomorrow we're having a space. Me, former running back, Akeem Hunt, NFL running back Akeem Hunt. And then we're going to have a special guest, Terrence Williams, man, former Dallas Cowboy wide receiver. It's going to be a lot of fun. He knows I'm an Eagles fan, so this is going to be a lot of fun. But definitely tune in for that. It's going to be on Twitter, at Fanfield Sports. Other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for
Yeah.
you.
Fly Eagles fly, we on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a Bird Gang Nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do 'em in. Your boy Philly Fresco, thanks for tuning in.